3, 2, 1.
Well. Good morning and happy Friday to each and every one of you guys. Salute to you on Instagram. Salute to everybody. Look, before I get started, I want to go to God in prayer instantly this morning. Heavenly Father, right now, God, I thank you for everyone that's here today, God. We have a very important announcement to make today. Lord God, I ask that you allow me to decrease and your presence to increase, Father God. Give me the words to say, the appropriate responses, Father God. Also, I ask for a divine healing and protection over my wife, Father God. God, I ask that you just do everything that you do for anyone that may be sick and shut in, anybody that may be having mental issues, depression, health issues. God, I just ask that you cover everybody right now. God, as we navigate into our time today together, that you strengthen us, that you allow us to push forward towards your purpose for our lives. Lord, we love you. We thank you. And we give you all the glory in the name of Jesus. Amen. Look, God bless each and every one of you guys. I don't know what I did with my glasses. So my eyes, oh, here we go. My eyes may start hurting. Here we go. At any rate, glory be to God. Look, ladies and gentlemen, today the light officially goes off. We have now moved on to our own foundation, our own place, the Red E Society. What is the Red E Society? It is my Discord community, right? Owned by me, managed by me, but it has all of the love, all of the energy for all of my friends that helped build something powerful. Some of you guys may ask why. It was just time. I have a lot of love and respect for the CNC. It is my home, it is my heart. It will always be a vital part of my life. So thank you, Tall Guy Tycoon Armando Pantoja, for giving me the opportunity for the past 4 years to serve as chief analyst for the CNC and also giving me the blessing to move forward with my journey for what's best for my family and I. I'm just so grateful that we have the Ready Society, which allows us to never have to get ready because we stay ready. And that's the exact value that I want to teach and give you guys the opportunity to explore. So before we even get into questions and answers today, I'm going to answer any questions that you guys have today. No problem. Of course, I will never have anything bad to say about anybody because it's all God, all love over here all day. There was no issue, no beef, nothing like that. Everything was positive. Okay. But I do want you guys to see exactly what I got going on. Of course, if you go to my website, you click join here, right? Join here. You could join the Red E Society. So what is the Red E Society, right? It's where faith meets financial mastery. You have access to literally everything. So you don't need to buy the Elite Traders Blueprint. But here's the cool thing, right? We live trade every single day. There's an opportunity to do that. And of course, if you had the Elite Traders Blueprint right now, it's still available, but I will be discontinuing it because of this opportunity. It's super cheap. It's affordable. It gives people a great way to come in and learn every stage. So let me show you what it looks like, okay? So as you join the Ready Society, we have beginner level courses, trading strategies, handouts, practice examples, crypto learning. Also, we have multiple signals in here. We have a member chat. We have the library content. We have a place where I'll put my YouTube stuff. If you have something from Instagram you want to share, free indicators, look, snapshot, free books, online resources, and the live, which I don't want to do that right now. But at any rate, let me close that because I don't want to go live right Okay, I hope you guys can hear me now on YouTube. I hope you guys can hear me on YouTube. Let's see, Mark Rogers. Yeah, looks like y'all getting a little bit of sound now. I don't know what's going on here. Like stuff just wants to start tripping. But just to answer this question again, someone asked, "Do you have to pay for each group?" If you want to be part of the Red E, there is a payment. All right, a monthly payment, super cheap. I made it affordable, but again, it's a great place to learn. Hope you guys can hear me now on YouTube as well. I don't know what happened there. Good morning. Is the bundle still lifetime access? Yes, it is. It is still wide open. If you were again to go over to my Discord, though, let's show you what that looks like. Once again, I'll get that on the screen. You go to my Discord, everything in my blueprint is here. And we will continue to add more. But if you choose to just have the bundle, it will be there as well. So we have all the learning modules. So you can literally come in knowing nothing about stocks, knowing nothing about options, knowing nothing about charts, knowing nothing about crypto, and learn it all. Right. Um, yeah, thank you, everybody. Please hit that like button. Are you going to keep your word providing the live trading on Friday to people that bought your everything bundle for 1,500? Marcos, yes, the plan is to continue doing live trading on Friday from 8:30 to 9:30 to 1 o'clock Eastern time. I do plan to keep that going. We are going to navigate to doing live trading every single day in my Discord, as I previously stated. So I don't want you guys to think for 1 second that we're not going to be cooking, because we're going to be cooking, and the time is right for us to do something different than we've ever done before. So yes, we will continue to do live trading. So for those who have purchased the bundle already, what changes for us? Do we still have lifetime access? Yes, you still have lifetime access. The only thing that has changed is me not being in the CNC. You can come on over to the Red E Society, live trade with us every single day. And that's going to be where it's going to be. All right. No audio, no sound. Okay. We fixed the sound issue. Did we not? Did it go out again? Okay. No, it's working. All right. So the sound appears to be working back on YouTube. Now, I hope. Okay. Uh, when we bought the everything bundle, we bought it for lifetime access to your classes. No, that has it changed? No, it has not changed. You have lifetime access to those classes. Nothing has changed. All right, Mark, sir. Can somebody let me know real time? Okay, y'all can hear me. Praise God. Shout out to Lisa, the anomaly. Shout out to her. Okay. Good morning. Finally, a stock market related question. Now is a good time to ask any questions and answers. Again, nothing that we cover today is financial advice. Um, this is a little bit different because it's Fishing Friday is no longer a thing. Not in my community. It's just questions and answers. Okay, so uh, question and answer is every Friday, y'all. So let's get that popping. Question and answers. No Fishing Friday. Always signals. Always love. Always trading. Right. No upsells. No buy the bundle. No buy. Nah. You can choose to get the mentorship because the mentorship will enhance you. That's not included in the Discord. You can choose to get a one-on-one call. That's not included in the Discord, but we are live trading every single day, every day. So get ready for that. All right. So let's get back to this question. Can I look at the trade desk? And the answer is yes. Let's get that pulled up for you. King and Neil are in the Red E Society. Somebody asked, are they there? Yeah, they are in the Red E. They also are my business partners in the Three Kings mentorship. All right, so mentorship will show mentorship with same analysts are now only in Red E. Not all of them, but some of them are. Um, you said you were going to discontinue that, and we now have to buy this monthly subscription. So you'll still have access, but nobody else will be able to buy the bundle once I discontinue it. I want to make sure I answer that question. Okay. Nice again. This requires stronger coffee. I feel you on that. Okay. Um, where did you say you use to use trial for temporary access? So go to my website, rogers1906.com, and then put in the comment section trial, right? And if you put trial in the comments, I will email you a link to WAP. It will allow you to have a 7-day trial. After that, I think the first month will be prorated, and then you'll have to pay $75 a month, I believe. Whereas if you already have the Elite Traders Blueprint, you can get it for $50 a month easily until you decide to cancel. All right, so let's get the trade desk on the screen, because again, somebody asked and I just can't find the question right now. So let's get that up right now. Let's see, share screen. Okay, so let's go to tradingview.com. Let's look at the trade desk. Ticker is TTD. And they fell so hard after earnings this week, the same day that Robinhood reported earnings, and it just wasn't looking good for them. Right now, we're in a massive consolidation zone. Also, I will tell you that in my Discord, there's no gatekeeping. There's an entire section for indicators, right? If I find something, it's going in there. So there's no holding back. So right now, the trade desk looks like it's in a consolidation zone. The top of that consolidation is right around $83.48. It's holding above a pretty good price point, which is around 82.20. But as I'm looking at the 1-day time frame, there is a gap up that will eventually be filled. I don't know if it's going to be filled anytime soon because the sell volume is so high. We have 107 million sell volume right now, and we're at the bottom of the Fibonacci. I'm expecting the trade desk to possibly have a bounce to at least 91.73. We could start actually closing the gap up at some point, but if we fall below $80.65 for the trade desk, it's going to be bad. Okay, it's going to be very bad. So moving on to the next question. What do I think about Meta? I'm answering anything that you guys want me to answer. So ask whatever questions you like. So I had these calls on Meta out to July at the $800 strike. And I honestly believe Meta is going to be 800 plus. If you look at what the analysts are saying, I think they actually call for over $1,000 price target. Oh, they did. Yeah. Oh no, it's $900 now. $900 by next year. So 758 right now, 900 by next year. I think we'll be at 800 by July, maybe even $1,000 before the end of the year. Now let's look at intraday on Meta, because you may be able to catch some really nice snipes on Meta for day trading. Shout out to my boy. Y'all know him as Lucius. Shout out to him. I know he's going to probably be playing Meta today for some day trades. But right now, looking at the 10-minute time frame, there's a little bit of pullback on Meta. It's at 726.36. We hadn't even taken a look at the futures and things like that. I'll do that at the end of our session. But right now, Meta's consolidated. The bottom of consolidation is right around 725.77. So if we fall below 725.77, Meta could retrace and go down pretty bad. Okay. And I would expect it to maybe catch some support between 725.54. And if it breaks below the low of 724.98, we could see 724.36 or 723.25 to the downside. So you can make some money with some put options if you hit that entry point of around 725.76. I'll set that alert right now to notify the Red E Society. All right, now moving on to the next one, right? If we reverse and go to the upside, I like call option entry around 726.79. Okay. Again, this isn't financial advice. It's just what I'm seeing. Okay. So if I can break that 720, Jesus, I can't even click it. That 726.79, I want to see 727.31, break out of consolidation around 727.43. That's going to be a breakout. And I'll just type that break out. All right. And if that breakout happens, I could see Meta going back and retesting the high of 728.56, maybe getting to about 729 or 730 today. So Meta looks like a pullback short term. And I wouldn't rule it out, but with the way that these markets have been acting and the expectation that February is always a bearish month, right? We may see something different today. I mean, just as I'm looking at the heat map, everything is flat but Broadcom and a few other plays, right? A few smaller cap plays. So right now, Meta does look like it's pulling back pre-market. Okay. Black Tiger Records. Sound to the floor. Sound to the floor. So Soundhound, I knew it was pulling when I saw the chart. I knew it was going to pull back hard, which I told you guys. I actually posted my what small loss. I think it was like maybe 8 to 10%, something like that. I posted it on my Instagram story. I said, "Hey, look, I'm going to take a small loss here on Soundhound," and then lo and behold, we went from being around $15 to now $12.83. Now, the question we should really be asking is Soundhound going to sustain this level for day trading? Right now, it does appear short term that we may have some support, but the stop loss for calls was around $12.54. Okay, so this could have actually positioned us for that longer term buying opportunity that my friend had mentioned to you guys or what have you. But we could also see a low of around $12.08 if we fall below that $12.64 price. Now, as I zoom out a little bit more, we can see that Soundhound is in a massive consolidation zone, and it's very likely that we could get to that 1241 and drop maybe to about $10.70. The line in the sand, though, ladies and gentlemen, is right there at $11.69. It's got a negative delta volume of about 29%. Again, is all of this concern about artificial intelligence is like around us. I think that again, it's going to affect Soundhound. It's going to affect C3 AI. It's going to affect so many other companies. Now, I will say Tempest AI has been running though. So, we got to just catch trends and not feelings around here. And that's just what it is. But right now we're at $12.85, down 15% pre-market. Wow. NVIDIA actually dissolves its stake in Soundhound, which is what caused it to drop. Wow. Okay. Jesus, I'm just now seeing this. Serve also fell 27.2%. NNOX down 3.8% in opening and bell. They discloses a stake of 1.7 million shares in China self-driving technology startup WRD and 1.2 million shares of AI cloud firm Nebius Group NBIS. Wow. All right. I'm gonna make a note of that. That is huge. That is massive, y'all. Thank you for saying that about Soundhound because I never would have even thought to look at this. All right, so appreciate you very much, Black Tiger Records. All right, any thoughts on CVE and YMM? All right, so let's take a look at CVE. All right, CVE is currently holding $15.38. It looks like it's been ranging most of this morning. It's kind of up a little bit, but the question is, will it hold? Because the shorter time frames is showing a little bit of blood. Ticker CVE is Synovus Energy Incorporated. We've been talking about energy for a while, and I'm still holding on to my shares of CLNE. But I do think that at some point in 2025, we're going to see energy move up and pop really hard, right? So, I do like this play for a longer term, but understand that the consolidation is real on CVE. And once again, I think that this thing is going to be solid later on. Let's see what the analysts actually are saying. Now, the only level of skepticism I've had is that they do have earnings this morning, and the past few quarters they've been down. So maybe it will pop today on earnings, or maybe it's going to pull back and create that longer term buying opportunity. I wouldn't just jump in anything now, but if they do list this as a strong buy with a $20 price target right now, $23 a year from now. So definitely something worth the watch. But again, I wouldn't chase it. Let's see what happens after they report and look for a new entry. All right. So Silver Blackman said, where's your community? So if you go to www.rogers1906, you can click join here. All right. You click join here. It will take you to the Red East Society. You could tap in, tells you in the description everything we do. Daily live trading and market discussions, direct access to me. I'm going to be in there. There's not going to be any me away type thing. I do have my mentorship that I co-run with Neil and King, and we have those meetings Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'll be unavailable the morning of Monday and Tuesday and the evening of Wednesday. Most of my hours are always between the time the bell rings, or now really all the way to the time that the bell rings at the end of the day. All right. Also, you have your free trading tools and resources. All of my classes are free, no courses or upsells. Only thing that you have to buy if you choose to is mentorship and one-on-one calls, right? We believe in equipping you, not exploiting you. So I want to have a firm foundation in my community that is conducive for everybody to get paid and learn. All right. Nothing is financial advice, but you will come in there and you will learn. Just like you had the Elite Traders Bundle, you learn from that. You're going to have an opportunity to learn from this, and I'm dropping indicators as often as possible. And if I see something, I'm saying something. All right, so but again, it is what it is. So, what are my thoughts on Coinbase? All right, Coin. All right, so Coinbase, they did fall after earnings. For a minute, they ran up. They actually touched $303, I believe. And I was just saying, I'm looking at these comments. Guys, come on over to YouTube so I can see your questions a little bit better. I'm sorry about that. I can't really see them the way like that without getting close. So come on over to my YouTube channel, Rogers1906 Godly Mindset Motivator. Ask me whatever you want, okay? You'll be able to see my screen too. All right, so looking at coin, we're at 291.50. We were right there at 297 earlier this morning when I took a look at the chart. Now, for some reason, we've broken out of consolidation. I think there's some data that is coming out this morning as well. We're falling below consolidation, and I know my boy King is about to print money with his Coinbase puts. But if we fall below 290.40, then Coinbase possibly can go as low as 288.01 intraday, which of course creates another buying opportunity for the longer term investor, right? So I do want to see this pullback happen for those of you in puts. I'm sorry for those of you in calls, because I mean, we're already on a downtrend, so why not just embrace it, right? Be very careful about chasing this trend unless you can deal with the fact that you may have some risk management. Those zero DTEs are going to be very, very risky today if you try to do that on Coinbase. We may see it even consolidate at a price if you're not already positioned in coin. So just be very careful if you choose to play this. That's not financial advice. But again, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some levels to watch for. We're going to jump over to the 65-minute time frame. If we go to that 287.99 and we fall below it, yeah, that's definitely time for a put, in my opinion. If you wanted to trade it, I like right here at 290.41. That's a key level to watch, 290.41. If we can keep below that 290.41, we could set that 287 price point in our peer view. Again, we just fell out of the consolidation zone, but because so many people are already in puts, look, they're going to take profits, and then the market makers are going to turn around and manipulate the stock. We may catch a bounce. If that bounce does happen, we probably will get back to 298.11, which is where we close. Who knows? We may even go back to $300 on Coinbase. So just understand the manipulation is going to be very strong. So watch Coinbase tightly if you decide to trade that bad boy today. I still think it's good for those longer term swings. Again, I mean, looking at the daily, even though we're down quite a bit, we're above the line in the sand, which happens to be 286.29, which is a key level of support. Okay. All right. So we did talk about SoundHound. So let's look at SN for you. Again, let's see. All right, so SN Shark Ninja. Is this that little blender thing? Electronic. Yeah, okay, that's dope. All right, so Shark Ninja, it's at 144.44. And looking at this candle, the bears are going to try to pull it down. It could possibly come down to about 111. Let's zoom in intraday for you. This is probably a better swing trade than anything. Did they just recently? No, did they have earnings? Let's see. So earnings were yesterday, and we are doing pretty decent. It's at 114.44. We ran up as high as 123. If Shark Ninja, ticker SN, breaks above this 114.61, I'll even set an alert around 114.78 to be on the safe side. Then we could possibly see 115.85 or a little bit higher, but expect the consolidation to form today. This is a smaller cap ticker, but it is maintained as a buy by Jeffries. I just saw that here. They maintain it a buy with a $175 price target. Again, I like the mindset of everything. So if you're thinking for this as a longer term investment. Shares will always do okay. You'll have some fluctuations here by the cents. But I do also like the longer term options 4 to 6 months out, right? We'll be talking about a lot of this going forward. So Shark Ninja is maintaining the buy, but understand it's going to be choppy because we just had earnings. Let the implied volatility flow and have that crush, and then we catch what happens after that. Okay. All right. So I know I'm gonna get the same questions over and over again, y'all, but I want to make sure that I address these questions as they come. No one is going to be ignored. You've got my time right now until the end of our session. So I'm going to answer the questions that are asked. The question is how to connect to your Discord. Go over to rogers1906.com. All right. And then just click the join here, and it will take you to the Ready Society. Or if you have the Elite Traders Blueprint, go check your junk mail. I sent you 2 links to this morning. One, if you decide you want to do a trial and see what it's like. But unfortunately, after you finish that trial, it has a different price. So you may want to cancel and then go to your bundle and just get the $50 a month because you already been rocking with me. You already been live trading with me. So I want to make sure I blessed you and gave you a discount of a discount of a discount because eventually the prices will go up. But again, I just want you to be locked in at the lower rate for the lifetime of your interaction with Rogers 1906. Okay. I got a lot of love for you guys. All right. So where do you see Oklo by the end of the year? I'd be happy to take a look at that for you. All right, going to Oklo. What's going on, Landoon? Shout out to you, my brother. If y'all ever watch Power, you saw my brother Landoon over there on Instagram. Make sure you go follow him. He also has a really dope clothing designer line. God versus my enemies. Man, I love Covered by God Clothing is the name of it. Make sure you guys go follow Landoon on Instagram. I am Landoon. So at any rate, where do I see Oklo by the end of the year? Let's pull that up. So again, I like Oklo as well. This nuclear energy company is not like what they say on The Simpsons, how everything's going to be explosive. But I do think that we may have some consolidation to bring us to a little bit of pullback, maybe about $53.05. Could even come as low as $51.20 short term. Longer term, though, we're still in the buy zone. We're probably going to form like a nice flag here at some point. We pretty much had a channel up this entire time on Oklo. So if I'm looking here, the line in the sand here is right around, I'm looking at the bottom. So if we can fall to about, if it goes to 37.12, it will create a buying opportunity for the longer term, but it's so bullish right now that I think Oklo would not get lower than about maybe $41, right? I think that that's going to be a key level of support on Oklo around 41.29. And it continues to tick up. I can see Oklo long term by the end of the year. Um, they say $58 by next year. It's actually saying it's overvalued. If we get more enhancements with artificial intelligence and robotics, then maybe Oklo could continue to go up and hit that 58 early. We're almost there right now. And if we go take a look at my indicator, of course, if you're in my Discord, fill out that form. You're going to get access to my indicators for free. Yes, you heard it, for free. I'll add you to that. So look, Oklo, it says it's going to pull back here. And what this is, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the name of it. That's how dope this is. All right, it's called Volume Tick Rogers Trick. I'm gonna show you what it is. Again, if you're on Instagram, you need to come on follow me on YouTube. Rogers Volume Tick Rogers Trick, right? It's locked. I added it twice. Sorry. So pretty much what this is, it's like a wick off that also looks at the tick, which moves with the entire market. So it shows you the entire anticipation of the trend of the market right now. This indicator has not failed me, right? And I really love it when I'm just scalping and sniping these trades, right? I can see the volume, I see everything and just this one indicator. But I do have a few other ones, right? So you can see exactly what this one is. But as I said, Oklo is going to pull back short term. So just be prepared for that to happen, okay? It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride. It's going to be a fun ride. I can tell you that. All right. So thoughts on Supra. Sounds like a crypto. So let's take a look at that. I've never heard of that one. All right, so let's delete this. Supra USD. All right, so again, when I'm looking at crypto, sometimes I like to start here with the chart. I know people argue that charts don't matter and technical analysis don't matter, but they do. It really does matter. And I also say that, people say AI can do technical analysis. I've tried to use AI for technical analysis, and it's been about 25 to 30% right most of the time on TA. Now, on all the fundamentals and levels, pretty much kind of helps a little bit, but you've got to look at this stuff because the market is ran by computers, AI is ran by computers. So we're having computers versus computers until quantum computing happens, and then we're going to be rocking, right? So it looks like Supra is on a downtrend right now. Now I'm going to jump on over to coinmarketcap.com. All right, this is exactly what I would do if it's my first time looking for any type of crypto. Is it going to let me search? Okay, Supra. Okay, so there it is. I don't trade based on market cap either when it comes to crypto most of the time. So what I like to look at is I first want to see what the project is about. So Supra is a powerful layer one blockchain ecosystem bringing users a new level of interoperability and decentralization. Supra's suite of groundbreaking protocols includes a highly performant decentralized oracle and trustless decentralized bridge and highly advanced decentralized variable random function service. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know that much even after reading this. The details are so low, so small in the description. It somewhat sounds like a meme opportunity, in my opinion. They announce as a TGE as a mainnet goes live in partnership with multiple exchanges November 27th. That was 2 months ago. So I don't really know that much about it as far as the fundamentals of what it can do. I mean, if it does go off, then it looks like you can make a lot of money, but it would be on meme coin mania. Says the live super price is 1 cent, with a 24-hour trading volume of about 14 million. We update our Super USD price in real time. Super is down 4.27% in the last 24 hours. So now let's go back to the chart. Super bounced off of 1 cent. It's like 136, and it's currently holding 0.146. I wouldn't get excited on this thing until it breaks 1.016397. But again, you have an opportunity to make a lot of money if it does recover. But there's not a lot of information about this project for me to see the value in it, Aaron. Hope that answers your question. Could you adjust the monthly to reflect the same amount of the yearly? 500 times 12 is 600, but it shows 875. I'll take a look at that. I wanted it to be lower. So again, I'll look at that and see what's going on. Okay. Thank you, Qzillion. I'll fix that. All right. So we need to pay for CNC and Ready, and we already bought the everything bundle that included what we have to pay for. So the everything bundle never included Discord access. Okay. The project I was just talking about is called Supra. Supra. That's what I was just talking about. SUPRA. So again, the Elite Traders Blueprint never included Discord access. If you go look at the description, it even says that. So if you choose to stay in the CNC, great. If you choose to join the Ready, we would love to have you. So you have that choice, Paris Jackson. I love your name too, by the way. You have that choice to do as you please, right? I am not in the CNC, so you can just choose to do whatever works for you. If you have the Everything Bundle or Elite Traders Blueprint, you have the access to continue live trading. You also have the access to continue learning. In the Ready Society, we're going to be live trading every day. All right. We're going to make money every single day. So that's up to you. So if you want the 7-day trial, hey, Johnny, you can go put trial on my website. I'll send you the link to WAP and you can sign up through it through WAP. It gives you the opportunity to have the 7-day trial. And then you'll probably want to cancel because if you have the bundle, you'll get a cheaper price than you'd be paying through WAP. So just keep that in mind. Okay. All right. Good morning, Can you look at IBM? They popped since early in January. I would love to, George. Thank you for asking. All right, so IBM. All right, so IBM is currently down to about 257.90 on the 65-minute time frame. We possibly could catch some support around 257.28. That would be a key level I would be watching very tightly right now. It looks like IBM wants to come down some more. We zoom out to that 4-hour time frame. It's telling me that there is more downside to come in on IBM. Technology is really taking a hit. I want to kind of look at my NASDAQ sector this morning. I'm looking at my heat map over here. And NASDAQ looks relatively flat right now. So, I mean, just depending on what tech does today, you may see IBM form some type of consolidation. Let's go back to the chart. As we look at the volume right now, we have about 7.5 million buys, 3.2 million sales on the 4-hour time frame with the 74% delta on the 4-hour. On the daily, though, everybody's positioning for some really nice swing trades on IBM. But if we turn the lights off, there is a gap down that will likely have to be filled. Okay. The gap down begins around 246.72. All right. 246.72 gap starts. All right. Oops. All right, so the gap starts around 246.72 and it will fill around 229.67. So I had to set that alert so I can see what happens if it starts to inch down at all. Right now on the daily, it does look bullish. I'm going to zoom in. Let's look at the 15-minute right fast. We know the market is not open, so all this could change in the blink of an eye. But we see right now, it looks like it may be curving down, and we're right below the line in the sand. And I'm telling you, it looks like it's going to start consolidating. But again, this does position us for the longer term play on IBM. Let's see what the analysts are actually saying for the price target. Of course, this is listed as a strong buy based on technicals, but we can't just look at technicals alone because, again, tech is getting hit. So right now, IBM is they said the target was 255, so we're a little bit overvalued at the moment with a $320 price target a year from now. All right, George. So I hope that helps you. The effective date of my Discord is right now, today. You can join today. If you have the Elite Traders Blueprint, you can go and tap in right now. Let's see. Just so you can see what's in there. That's the CNC. All right, so we've got all the learning modules all included in your membership. You've got a library, you've got signals, you got stuff that I'm looking at, like right now, for example, looking at the heat map for today. It's Valentine's Day. It's been up 10 out of the last 14 times, and it calls for bullish momentum, but so did yesterday, right? So I don't know what today holds. So my Discord literally has everything you need. Also in the Let's Meet, we're going to be live trading in there during the week, Monday through Thursday. Then Friday, of course, we have the live trading with the Elite Traders Blueprint. We're going to keep that consistent. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully, I may have to make some adjustments to the link, but I think the link should work. I haven't seen any issues on my account with Zoom. So we'll be able to host up to 1,000 people, maybe more than that in the future. So y'all come on, tap in with us every Friday. Also, I'm going to continue doing opening bell with Mark on Wednesdays. We may go a little bit longer now. So we'll see how that goes. And then, of course, Godly Mindset Motivation is going to be every single day, all right, of the week, except for the weekends. Okay. All right. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. That's really for new people, Johnny. I mean, if you have the Elite Traders Blueprint, you get a special discount. We've already talked about SoundHound, but somebody said it has news. SoundHound, the news on SoundHound is that NVIDIA got rid of its stake in SoundHound. All right. Do existing mentees have access to the mentorship channels in the new Ready? So mentorship has its own Discord. It's its own community, right? And that is a 4-week program that King and Neil and myself facilitate mentorship. So go check your email. You have a link to join the Three Kings mentorship. If you are in cohort 3, we have that up and running for you guys. All right. So high risk ghost, you can also DM me on Discord if you need to. I know exactly who you are. All right. Your thoughts on IONQ? Would love to look at IONQ for you. All right, so IONQ right now is consolidated, man. We saw this thing. Actually, we were buying IONQ, I think at like $7 when we first signaled it. In fact, I want to say it was my boy Junior that first signaled it. This was way back in 2019 when we first started looking at IONQ because they too had a partnership with NVIDIA. As we explore more into quantum computing, I think they're going to be one of the front runners of quantum computing, IONQ. They've been in that game for a while. Right now, we're just seeing a little bit of pullback, which creates a longer term buying opportunity. We still have a positive delta, which tells me that this pullback could be very temporary, but we could maybe even see it fall below the current level of support, which happens to be around 36.54, and go to about $35.11. We go to the 1 day time frame. That consolidation zone is thicker than a Snickers, they say. The bottom of consolidation is 26.92, but I'm also seeing a nice flag here on IONQ. But if we can break out of 47.22 on IONQ, it is going to go. I'm actually going to put an alert at $45.93. Okay. So that's going to be a big run on IONQ. And we just basically are positioning for the longer term play if we decide to play IONQ. Again, not financial advice or anything like that. But if it falls below this 36.85, which it could happen, then that would be my opportunity to grab some puts. Puts now, son. That's my alert. So I will be looking at it on that level because on the daily, it does have a negative delta of about 1993, negative 1993. All right. That's the year my wife was born. All right. QUBT longer term thoughts. All right. So, again, we're talking about quantum computing. Quantum computing is definitely a strong investment for the longer term play. It looks like QUBT is touching the line in the sand right around $7.67. Maybe we were a little bit of premature assuming that quantum computing was going to just pop off the way that it did, right? Even when I signaled RGTI sometime back in New York, it ran and then it stopped, right? Now it looks like QUBT has a negative delta of about 28.07. And if it falls below that $7 and 71 cent price, then we're in trouble if we're in calls or even shares and we bought at the top, right? We could even see QUBT retrace and go back as low as $6.41 if it falls out of that consolidation zone. But this thing is going to be move slower than a turtle in a race with a rabbit, right? So you got to be really careful if you do play puts on this because market makers are going to manipulate it. But even looking at the daily here, QUBT is mostly bearish. Wow, man, it's 228 of y'all on there. And it's 42 on Instagram. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, and subscribe for me, man. I'm just super happy to have you guys here. Here's Meta telling me to buy calls. Market ain't even open yet. Let's put that alert on every time so I can see it because it's probably going to go off again. All right, so comment, bundle holders still have lifetime access based on what he just explained. If you're new, okay, thank you for repeating that for me. David, if you guys bought the bundle before, nothing has changed. You will still have access to it forever. He just has his own Discord now and separate from the CNC. Thank you so much. We got I'm not in the CNC, Alina. You could join me in the Ready Society. Thank you, David. Thank you. I'm just please look at SPY. Great. Please look at SPY. Sorry, y'all. I know y'all hear me. I love you too. I love you guys too. God bless each and every one of you guys. All right, I'm looking at SPY right now. Boy, oh boy, SPY, oh SPY. I cooked yesterday on SPY SPX, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, I was sniping trends quickly and swiftly and effectively on SPY, and hopefully, so you guys will be able to get to see me in action today on the live trading in the Elite Traders Blueprint. I'm also gonna drop the link in the Discord today. Yeah, in my Discord, I'm gonna drop the link so you can jump in if you just joined the channel. We'll be live trading today. We're gonna have some fun, y'all. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna make a lot of money. We're gonna keep it positive, and I will be answering questions because I know some people aren't here, so I want to make sure I'll be answering those questions. See, look, Meta just came right back down. So looking at SPY, like I told you guys, the Nasdaq It's flat. Um, Apple's down minus 0.1% on the hourly. Got Microsoft at minus 0.5, Broadcom at minus 0.2. So these are most of our high market cap. Meta's up only 0.10%. Tesla's at 0.28. Amazon's at 0.32% up. Google's at 0.38. And Nvidia's down 0.08%. As I'm seeing these things down, y'all, it's telling me the market doesn't know its direction. We hadn't even pulled up the futures yet, and I will do that before we close around 7:40, 7:45-ish, like on 7:45 Central. All right. So looking at SPY, we're at the top of the Fibonacci. Looks like it's going to reject and possibly come back down before market opens. Okay. Most of those people that saw that bullish momentum yesterday, I hope and pray that you practice risk management, because we're probably going to see SPY pull back. We got to take a look at the VIX in order to kind of see the momentum. So let's just take a quick pause on the questions and go look at the futures real quick. Okay. So let's look at the futures so we can kind of see what's happening. So let's go right over here to finviz.com. The VIX is green. We're at 1620. We hit a low of about $15.15 yesterday on the VIX. So we got a little bit of an uptrend on the VIX. So we need to see the VIX retrace down. What is the VIX? All right, glad you asked. Nobody did, but I'm just going to say it. The VIX is the volatility index. Yes, you can trade it. Do I recommend doing it? I don't recommend anything. You have to go make your own decision. Looks like right now, 10-minute time frame is showing the VIX is going to pull back down. Okay, so we just had a bounce. I don't know what volatility happened through the news. Everybody's concerned about what the Fed is going to do next. So that being said, watch the VIX closely if you're going to be trading SPY or SPX today all day. Okay, because this thing may be choppy. It may be one of those days to just coast. But looking at the shorter time frame, 2-minute, that thing looked like it want to go. If we do break above $609.70, we could see about 610.20 and maybe even a high of 610.50 on SPY. One thing I like to look at when I'm trading SPY. All right, sorry about that. One thing I like to look at on SPY is on Trading Ticks. I go to options and I like to watch the market net flow. All right, so right now, this is telling me, just based on yesterday's data, that we could probably be back at 607 on SPY. Okay. So I like to watch what you call the gamma range. Ooh, I'm dropping stuff for free right now. We're going to do more of that in the Discord every day. So if we go back to 607, then SPY is going to fall down pretty daggone hard. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. And I think that was the Bell that asked me that. The Belios Circle. Is it Belios? Hope I'm saying it right. I like that. That's cool. All right. Good day, Mark. TA on mRNA when you get a chance. Now is that time. mRNA. Again, if you're on Instagram, jump on over to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Turn those notifications on. I'm going to be doing this every single day. I'm consistent. I've been consistent from day one, and who I am. I got a little chopped up because I think people were projecting on me, and then I projected on them. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the projections, but I'm really just a man of God. Just want to see everybody eat. All right. So mRNA is a biotech company. We're in a bad consolidation zone on the 2-minute time frame. mRNA started selling off pretty bad. I think they recently had earnings. They did February the 14th today. So we pulled back pretty hard. We're $30.34. mRNA is creating a possible buying opportunity for the longer term. But we could maybe revisit that 2809 if we go down below, I'll say about 2958, which is not impossible. I don't think the call has started, maybe just the report. With this bad miss, they say the minimum amount is around $27 on mRNA. So we're not too far off from the bottom. Okay. Again, we don't want to chase a falling knife. The computers are going to manipulate this thing. So there could be more downside on this thing. Let's take a look at the volume tick Rogers trick, right? It looks like it wants to bounce on the 65-minute, but the 10-minute time frame, let's see what we got going. Looks like it's bouncing back up. We're off the low. So I would watch this carefully because we saw it fall off the cliff. It may go up a little bit and start to consolidate. Okay. So be careful if you're trading mRNA. Let me give you some price points. We're going to look at 30-minute time frame for that. 29.11. I like that possibly for puts with a $26 price target. Okay, 27 is what the analysts actually call for. All right, now for call options, entry right around 31.36. Okay, 31.36 will possibly take us to a reject level of about $32. We'll come back down and consolidate. Okay, looks bearish though to me. All right, Lena makes sense. Okay, where do you see Tesla today? All right, great. Thank you for asking. Tesla. All right, taking a look at Tesla. Man, look, I told y'all earlier this week, I said Tesla could see $400 by the end of the week. Bruh, we are almost there. We are almost there. All right, so looking at the 30-minute time frame, Tesla has entered a consolidation zone. Do I still have my puts? Yes, I do. Have I averaged down on them? Yes. What's the YouTube channel? Rogers1906, Godly Mindset Motivator. So I'm looking at Tesla. Tesla's at 362. It's up about 1.74% this morning. The bottom of consolidation is right around 358.31. So I'm going to caution you real quick. If we fall to about $359.70, then we're going to go back to the bottom of consolidation at 358.26. Okay. But on the flip side, if we can break and hold above 362.93, which we're almost there, the top of consolidation is at the high of 363.81. This can push us today. You heard that right. Today to 371.52, and then possibly, not guaranteed, possibly 375.21. Now, there could be a gap if there's some type of phenomenal news that comes out about Tesla. Just yesterday, we heard the rumor. Oh, wow. Palo Alto Network is recovering. We heard the rumor about the government invested $400 million to buy Cybertrucks, armored Cybertrucks for the country, right? So it should be quite intriguing to what happens with Tesla going forward. But I think that we had a good buying opportunity for the long term. However, we've seen what's happened with earnings past couple quarters, and it hasn't been pretty. So just keep in mind, whenever the next earnings happens, which happens to be in 74 days, that puts us out to April the 29th, we could see a little bit of shakeup, but we did create a good buying opportunity for the longer term investors. Okay. I'm just going to hold my July puts because I had a dream and I just want to see if it comes true. That's it. But I am playing calls on Tesla too. I played them. I took profits yesterday. I actually took 38% profits, I believe, on a swing, that $400 call, because when I see green, I'm going to take it. All right. I understand, Paris. Look, as things change, look, we got to change. Look, it's hard being an entrepreneur and understanding, you can't please everybody. But, I want to be the best version of me and the best person that God created me to be, first to him, then to my wife, then my children, then myself, and then everybody else. So I'm glad to be of service to everybody. But the main reason why I had to sell my courses was to compensate my value, right? But this is my house in the ready, and I have my friends there that are willing to do what they want to do. They can have their own space, and those people are phenomenal. I love them. I thank God for them. They've been very impactful in my life. I've learned from them. So I'm just glad that they're there as well. All right. Thoughts on Supra? We actually just covered that. Nothing happened with Armando. Armando's great. He has the CNC. He has his own thing going. Armando's taking care of Armando, and Mark's taking care of Mark. Just answering your question, Patrick. But nothing happened with Armando. Just it was time for Mark to move on. We turned off the lights, and we're moving on. Okay. So hope that answers your question, Patrick. Can I do some TA on HIMS? I would love to. Let's add this to the stage. I actually looked at HIMS yesterday. All right, so HIMS is Jesus, man, that thing took off. It says $60.68 already. Earnings are in 10 days, so we're going to see a spike of implied volatility. As I mentioned on yesterday, let's zoom in and see what's going on today. Looks like they're trying to push it down. We got a reject right here at $60.98. If we can break above that $60.98, we'll probably get back to the consolidation zone. We fell below that, and now it's established another one. The bottom of consolidation is right around 59.40. So if we pull back and go to the downside, 59.40 is going to be our price target. Okay, so just watch it very closely. Ocean Discovery, it's going to be a move, and the implied volatility is going to creep in hard on HIMS. The projected forecast actually is bullish on HIMS. So let's go down here so you can see what the analysts actually say. They said $28, which were overvalued. It's currently $58.18. They don't believe it should be this price, but we know HIMS has the GLP-1s, so that will probably be something to help them. Let's look at one more thing on HIMS, right? We can go over here to our flow alerts, unusual whales, so you can see what the whales are doing. HIMS, they're buying those $63 calls. A few people buying those $55 puts April 17th. So we're seeing a lot of different activity on HIMS. Is this something that I would buy on the market? Yeah, more than likely, I would possibly buy it. I've traded HIMS before, made a lot of money on it. I actually had a leap, but I put cash as a position yesterday. Sorry about the screen. I put cash as a position yesterday. So I got out of a lot of plays instead of HIMS. All right, so let's get that pulled up. While this is opening, I'm going to drink some of my coffee, y'all. All right, so this thing is tripping. All right, so I guess I'll let that load and we'll come back and revisit HIMS, okay? I got some type of alert going off here. Meta went through that bottom zone to enter puts now. Um, I can't put that one on the screen. Yeah, no comment. Okay, but I don't use AI for TA. All right. Blessed morning to you, print freaks. Good morning, good morning, Ronaldo. Buenos dias, Dios te bendiga. I already signed up for the Red E Society, man. It's going to be a movie. I'm telling you. Glad to see you. Good morning. Can you please check MP? Sure. I would love to check that for you. I have a line brother, Martin Perry, MP. We call him MP. So those are some cool. That's a cool ticker. MP Materials, non-energy, other materials is at 2460. This thing looks really, really consolidated. Wow. Let's go in a little bit on this thing. 4-hour time frame shows us to possibly have some upside momentum right at 25.34. I like 25.34 for entry on calls. We had a high of about $26 on MP. That is M as in Mark, M as in Mark, P as in print, like print money. All right. So if we can get back to $26, I think MP might reject maybe around $26. Earnings are in 6 days. So with earnings coming up, we're going to see a creep on implied volatility. As implied volatility runs, those premiums may get a little higher. So I'd be very cautious about that. If you're not already in, you're going to have a little bit of risk with MP Materials Corporation. And there's a demand now, high demand for steel. Let's see if MP is a part of that. Let's see what they do. All right, so we're going to click on here and we're going to scroll down and look at about. All right, so MP Material Corp engages in the production and marketing of rare earth specialty materials. It owns and operates Mountain Pass, an industrial asset, which is the only rare earth mining and processing site scale of the Western Hemisphere. The company was founded by James Henry. Okay, I don't need to know that. So, what other metals are they doing? Their competition, Cameo Corporation, that's a steel company. So they may do well because of the laws of supply and demand. So I thank you for having me look at that. So this may be one worth the hold because of the increased demand of steel due to the tariffs. Okay. Again, if you guys have a question and you're on my Instagram, come on over, follow Rogers1906 on YouTube. You can ask me anything on Friday's question and answer, and I'll do the technical analysis on that. All right. All right. Hey, good morning, Lena. Shout out to Lena. Thank you for joining the Ready Society. All right, what's up, Ronaldo? All right, anyone having trouble with the Discord coming up for Ready Society? I just purchased on Gumroad. So if you guys are having difficulty, go check your junk mail on your email from that you used to purchase, and then you should be able to view the content, and it'll add you to the channel. Your roles will be updated. Again, I am looking at it. I'm engaged. I am present. So if you have any problems, you can also direct message me on Discord. I'm very responsive. So Marina, I'll look into that. But check your junk email, Marina. And then if you have any more issues, direct message me on Discord, email me, whatever you need to do. Call me if you got my number. I'll take care of you. Good morning again, Gulf Coast Pest Control. Good to see you. I sent you a DM this morning. That was me. All right, I did message you this morning. Shalom, Aki. All right, peace to you. What wisdom do you believe you've gained through divine redirection? So I believe that one thing that God has shared with me is that if you trust me, like you say you do, trust me. Your source is not through man. It's your source is not through how many followers you have. Your source is not through you promoting. Your source is me. That is the revelation that I've received in 2025. The message that God has given me is to build. From day one, when we had what's the name of the cert? I can't even think of the name of it, but we had revival at church. The whole point has been about building. So Terrence, I'm so glad you asked this question because these are the type of questions that really mean the most to my soul. But God has told me to build, and I've been building on someone else's foundation. But using God as my foundation as I build, and now I've had an opportunity to have God from the start, God in the middle, God during, and it will be God in the end. So this is a house that, of course, God has just given me the ability to build, and I'm just so happy that He's given me the wisdom, the humility, and the patience, and the opportunity to hit restart. So that's the redirection of this divine revelation, this divine opportunity that God has given me. Thank you for that question, Terrence. Shalom. All right, Amazon. All right, thank you for asking, Napashini. Shout out to you and your family. I know you asked something earlier, but y'all fret not. I got you. I promise. All right. Amazon is actually pushing back a little bit. It's down 0.33%, as I was telling you. Actually, here looking at the 1 hour, it's still up 0.32. But looking here on the 10-minute time frame, that's where we want to see kind of a little bit what's happening pre-market. We could be resetting for a recovery here. Okay, so right now, we want to see Amazon tick back up to 230.29. It's going to have a struggle getting there. But I would set an alert and not chase it, right? Because we could technically go to the bottom of this consolidation zone. And that consolidation is pretty wide. We're in a channel, right? And caught some support at 227.34. So if we fall below, of course, 228, we want to see 227. But for the most part, I think that we're going to tick back up. The entry zone for me is going to be around 231.06. Shout out to the bros. 231.06. Okay. So I like that for entry for myself. And at 231.06, I do want to also think about 4 to 6 months out for Amazon. We know what happened with earnings. We're recovering from that pullback. I still think Amazon is a solid long-term investment. We know Amazon Web Service was the missing piece of the puzzle in their last earnings report because sales in e-commerce actually did very well for Amazon. So I do think that this is still a solid play. Earnings, again, are not until April the 24th, so we got a lot of time. Hopefully, we can get that demand back up for Amazon Web Services. But again, we're going to need to see tech move, in which case, only thing moving is Broadcom right now. All right. I'm surprised nobody asked about AVGO. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, man. Look, God is going to be God, man, and people are going to be people. And everybody needs a Judas, right? I'm not a Judas. I still haven't said anything bad about my brother and friend Armando. I have the utmost respect for him. But people will switch up because they want your place. But understand, there's only one you. There can only be one you. So people will do their thing. They will be upset. They will say what they say. But if you trust God and God is your foundation, He will not let you fail. Thank you for signing up for the Ready Society. All right. It's okay. All right. Thank you, Omar, for your comment. Buenos dias, Stias. Let's go. How are you liking PayPal? Thank you for asking about PayPal. Let's take a look at it right now. We're about 10 minutes, 10 minutes to go. PYPL. All right. Uh, we actually covered SPY already, Belios Circle. So I don't know if I have time to cover that again because I do want to give you guys some other value before we go. All right. So PayPal is consolidated at 76.71. Look, I thought we were going to bounce back up to $77. Remember, this thing pulled back substantially after earnings, right? I hate that that happened, but at any rate, I want to see PayPal break out to the upside. It may not happen because the bottom of consolidation is right around 75.77. If we fall below 75.77, then we're going to go to 74.34 on PayPal. Again, the earnings just were not that good. But I did see that PayPal did turn their crypto stuff back on now. So you can buy crypto on there again or even transfer it. So that's something that's pretty good for PayPal. And will be good for us in the future. All right. So I hope that answers your question. So it says ready includes free trading tools and resources. And it also says no course sales. So is the elite bundle included for free? Yes, it is. Every bit of it. You don't have to download anything. And if you have the elite bundle, you have a discounted link. And trust me, that price for everybody else that doesn't have the Elite Traders Blueprint will eventually go up once we reach a certain number to keep the house kind of under control and not overwhelming for anybody. I want everybody to be able to navigate effectively. We don't want to have to shut anything down. I'm going to keep it smooth. It's not going to be anything like my prior experiences. So I'm telling you, it's a good place to be right now. $50 is more than reasonable for the value that you're going to get. We're going to be day trading in there. We have the courses already available. I'm showing you the Discord. No, I don't want to switch my audio device. So you can kind of see here, we have the learning modules. You're also seeing the signals. You're seeing the member chat. You're seeing our library and the live trading section, right? We've got it on lock over here. We got a crypto chat in here, no separation, simple, easy to navigate, trading strategies, handouts, all of that. It's there. Everything's there for you. You see, I'm talking about coin right now. So come on, tap in, man. Love to have you guys. You can also go to my website once again at the bottom and then type trial. And then I will send you a link to WAP, which will give you the ability to do a 7-day trial. Then it's actually going to charge you more than what you would pay for it in the bundle. So get locked in for that cheaper price before it goes up. All right. I haven't sent it out yet, Omar. So you just have to put it in the contact form. All right. So real quick, I want to answer one more stock question. And that is NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA. So NVIDIA held above that 133 price that we called out Friday last week. We made some swings over the weekend, made money on NVIDIA. We dollar cost average, still printed money. And I still think NVIDIA has more upside long term. We pulled back just a little bit off of the news that they separated their deal with SoundHound and NNOX, right? But I think NVIDIA will actually end up ticking up a little bit higher, breaking 136.50. Once it breaks that 136.50, NVIDIA is going to go to 141.59. All right, it may not happen immediately today, and it more than likely won't even happen next week because Monday is President's Day. I'm looking at my Trader's Almanac, right? It says Tuesday, the day after President's Day, the NASDAQ has been down 19 of the last 30, but up 7 of the last 12 times, right? Wednesday calls for just a normal day. Thursday and Friday bearish, and you got witching on Friday next week. So on Friday next week may be kind of choppy and bearish, followed by more bearishness the week of the 24th, closing out the entire month as a bear month. And then March the 3rd could kick off bullish according to the Almanac. Look, get this book. It's not always accurate, but it just kind of helps you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay. Stock Traders Almanac. Everybody must have that bad boy. Okay. All right. So real quick, let's cover a few things. Thank you guys for your questions today. Hopefully, I'm able to answer the additional questions you have during the live trading today. I know you're going to have tons of them. I will try to tackle them for you, okay? Let's go and get your infamous screenshot of the biggest gainers and losers today. Again, we got to move a little bit different because I wanted to address the issue in the room, the elephant in the room. So we got Airbnb still cooking. I'm surprised nobody asked about them. I'm surprised nobody asked about AVGO too, because AVGO's up 0.72%. APP app loving is still cooking too. So we see Airbnb, JD, Alibaba, PDD, and TCOM pumping on the biggest gainer side. Intel is still creeping up. I'm still in my Intel calls. Also on the biggest loser side, we got AMAT, Palo Alto Network, BNTX, Coinbase, and RELX. So at any rate, it's going to be an interesting day. Shopify is also down because they did have earnings this week. Also taking a look at our lottos, right? Our cheap plays. Wow, man. This is so awesome. Thank you, Lord. Anyway, I hear you, Father. All right. All right. Anyways, I'm looking right now at our cheap lease. Looks like Nvidia calls are still a buy. I told you guys we just covered Nvidia. That was the last stock I wanted to talk about based on the questions. Also, Tesla, we're seeing a lot of calls January 15, 2027. I think Rob mentioned something about that yesterday. 950 strike, January 15, 27, 12,000 volume, right? That is crazy. That is a ridiculous, absurd amount of volume. I don't know what the open interest on that play is yet, but wow, 950 call, 115.27. That's crazy. I'm gonna screenshot that. That's what the whales are buying though on Tesla. Again, Tesla ran during Trump's last administration, so I don't know, bruh. That's kind of intriguing. All right, most out of the money strikes, a lot of MicroStrategy puts. You've got some mixture on Tesla calls and puts. Okay. And then SPX, you've got still some puts on the out of the money on that side. Okay. Also looking at the top stock market headlines. Again, we're moving a little different this morning because we had to answer some questions. Stock futures slip as traders assess the tariff outlook. A lot of skepticism about that. Zuckerberg's rightward policy shift puts Meta staffers on edge. What are they talking about? Let's see real quick. Zuckerberg opens effort to current favor President Trump. Rattles employees. Zuckerberg is trying to prove his relationship with Trump. And Zuckerberg recently told podcast Joe Rogan Meta's profit would double if Apple stopped applying random rules that tax his company. Wow. So, man, Apple, what are you doing, bro? So keep your eyes on Meta. Keep your eyes on Apple. Let's see. MSCG Networks faces financial turmoil despite Nick's promising season. I think in somebody getting traded today from the Mavericks. I think I heard them talking about that too. Moderna beat on revenue but loses more than expected as it scales down manufacturing. So that explains the dip on Moderna. So these are just some of our top headlines. Elon Musk ripped the company for storing government records in a mine. Now Doge may give Iron Mountain a boost. Iron Mountain, what is that? That's a ticker, right? Let's see. Ticker. It's a ticker symbol for Iron Mountain. Is it RT? Watch this one, okay? Watch this ticker closely. I'm gonna screenshot this one too, so I can look at that a little bit deeper in the Red E Society. So y'all look, I'm gonna get out of here. Remember, you never have to get ready if you stay ready. But the most important thing is we're going to always keep God first, and we will secure the bag. Look, as people say negative things about you, as people switch up on you, look, make sure that you're in alignment with God so you don't switch up. That is just how I roll. Look, you heard me today. Someone asked a question. Somebody even made the comment. I say, God bless them. And that type of mindset is what you call the godly mindset. We don't just talk about it, we live it. And some moments we slip. I will admit we may have to block somebody, but we still have to choose our words wisely and we do it wholly, right? But I ain't about that life. I'm not trying to block nobody from the Discord, especially if they're there to learn, there to add value. I don't take it personal, right? Not in this season, because I know, number one, that God is my source. So I want you guys to be encouraged. Keep God as your source as well. And I guarantee you, you cannot lose. See y'all later. Peace.